Hello, good evening. I was gonna say happy Friday. I jumped ahead of myself. Happy Monday. Give me 2 seconds. Excuse me. Anyways, welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope your weekend went well. I hope you guys had a good Mother's Day. I hope you celebrated with people you care about. And as always, I hope you guys are taking care of. Well, I did say that, didn't I? Take care of yourselves. This week. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I'm a little tired. But in like a good way. But today we will be playing another Otome game. Technically the Otome game celebration has ended, but the Otome game fun continues because there was a game that reached out to me during the celebration that I could not fit into my schedule, and I was like, sure, I'll play it in a different event. Me thinking the event would be later this month, found out that event starts today. uh, yeah. So this week, after a lot of deliberation, decided I would stick with my schedule, 4 games a week. I will not extend it. Instead, I'll be playing the other game, which is an Ultimate game, on Sunday morning. So if you guys are interested in a very cozy Ultimate game where we are going home for Christmas, it is our holiday rom-com Ultimate game. It's gonna be so cute. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by, Nick. It is so cute. I love rom-coms, and especially holiday rom-coms. Like when done right, they are so nice. So cute. I actually saw someone slander a lot of tradition not no no the classic holiday rom-coms, and their criticism of my absolute favorite, While You Were Sleeping, was just uncalled for. They were like, oh, she lies to his family and falls in love with his brother, and she's like, that's weird. I'm like, and it's not like she was in love or dating with the guy. She just literally had a unique encounter, happened to fall in love, and it turned out to be one of the cutest, best rom coms ever. And, like, I get it. Everyone has rom coms they don't like. Personally, for me, I don't like You Got Mail or Sleepless in Seattle because both of them involve emotional cheating, and I don't really like stories like that. But personally, I think, like, I don't know. I don't know. If you find, how do I say this? Nothing is. No, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that because I don't feel like debating that today. Everyone can have their own preferences. It wasn't for them, it's for me. I will not stand for slander. Anyways, the outfit this week is really cute, isn't it? The main character of this game actually has a really stinking cute outfit, and I did opt for some like creative differences, but I had fun making this. And it did turn out very different from what I normally did. And I think that it's not an exact replica. It never is. I like to take creative liberties with the protagonist's outfit. But I do like how this one turned out. I've been very excited to stream with it. I also felt it was really funny. Like last night, you should have seen me. I was frantically making, I don't know if you guys saw, I scheduled a post this morning and it was about like a summary of the Ultimate Game Celebration. And it was because part of me still felt so bad about not having like promotional post, even though that wasn't, let me just tell you, the devs did not ask me to do that. I did that for myself because I had the idea in my head. I was like, oh, that'd be really fun. The first one I thought of, Okami, I was like, this reminds me of those isekai titles. And I couldn't make it as like an isekai title, but I still made the post and I liked how it turned out. Then I was like, oh, Love Limit. And it made me think of like old TikTok trends because I'm old. I'm not on TikTok anymore. So I don't know any of the new stuff the kids are like talking about. Also, I hear the TikTok algorithm is no longer a lot of fun. A lot of reasons. I won't go into that. But I thought of like these old TikTok trends and I tried to like adapt them to these materials and I thought it was fun. I did uh who 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 the fudge did I who the fudge was I set up with based on who the fudge did I marry? It was a trend on TikTok. What else did I do? I did POV, and I actually don't know if I used POV correctly. I think I did. And it was like, he's a 10, but. And then the last one I did was for Bloom. I don't really know because we haven't played Bloom. I didn't have a chance to like Well, my planning was I thought that the Ultimate Game Celebration ended at midnight. It ended earlier, but I thought I had time. But I still like it because for Bloom, I instead used alliteration. For me, it was fun. I liked making it. And for me, that's like the huge part of content creation is I want to create things and I want to have fun making it. So that's a huge part of why I continue doing it. I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, nope, not today. Because actually, I'll be honest, I was prepared to rant today about something entirely different. Entirely different. I was reading a series and I was gonna rant about it, and then I realized I don't really want to expend that kind of energy today. Today, we're gonna play a cozy ultimate game. We're going to be a chill cafe worker, and we're gonna see if we can find love. Those are my two main goals. Those are my two main goals. But I did want to talk about what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make a post for members soon to vote on something. Hope you guys will participate. I also found out. I thought that my membership gifts, like I can give up 10 membership gifts a month, and I thought that those were always like renew at the same time. I found out that they just automatically renew. So I'll probably be giving those out this week as a thank you, appreciation. If anytime you guys join the membership, you guys can get those membership exclusive bookmarks that I made for the anniversary. Those are still available. What else? What else? Oh, also, you guys remember when I was like pulling for TCG and I was like, oh, I will definitely not buy any more boxes of this. The Blue Lock Volume 2 Weißwurst Blau TCG is on sale. And I keep telling myself not to buy it because I've already opened 10 boxes. But you know what else is on sale? What I found? Volume 1. Now, you guys remember, Volume 1, I only opened 6 boxes, which is still a lot. It's still a lot, but because it's a very old set, I never expected I would bump into it again. And it is a little bit more expensive. It's like above the MSRP, but it is not unreasonable. And it is not nearly as much as I have spent for other things. So I am partially tempted to buy more boxes because I'm still missing some Nagi cards and I would like the chance to pull for them because it is very hard to find that set for, I guess, international people. For people in Japan, you can probably find it. It's fine. It's just for international, it's a little tough. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. But I keep telling myself that there might be other things I want to buy. And there were. You guys don't know, Dropout is currently selling their board game on Kickstarter. It is crazy. I have never seen a Kickstarter that goes into the millions of dollars, but understandable because I recognize that Dropout has great quality control. They also have a really unique concept, and they do have Kickstarter exclusives for this board game. It looks really cool. TCG, you heard Yukinamon's coming to TCG? I heard that. You know why? Because I was on this website I used to like look at my Japanese TCG and like the card list and things like that, and I saw Digimon is getting two releases. One is coming out I think this month at the end of the month, and then they have another set that's coming out is it July or August? It's called Timeless Bonds or something like that. And for some reason that kind of tempted me. That kind of tempted me. But I will say that I still stand by my I still stand by my line that I don't like boring basic cards. I'll just turn them into stamps. Like I'm fine with those with Pokemon because the illustration and the Digimon illustrations are also pretty, but the basic cards, I don't know. I don't know. Also, I don't think I can buy them internationally. I think there might be ways for me to get them if I go to my local card shop, but I found that I can't get them through where I normally order them. And I don't know why. I think I have to sign up or like be approved or because I tried to sign up to buy Japanese Pokemon cards. I didn't get approved for that. Even though I think I have a pretty good track record and I am not definitely how do I say this? Not a reseller. I think that's very obvious from my buying history, but they didn't approve me to buy Pokemon cards. And now I'm like, huh, should I sign up to try and order Digimon cards? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's great they have a system for it. It's just like, huh, interesting kind of thing, you know? But aside from that, I'm very excited for June. Oh my gosh, the Haikyuu TCG sets. They've been teasing them and I am prepared. I have already made my order. Maybe I shouldn't buy anything this month because I know that June I'm gonna, well, technically, yeah, I could buy something now. I don't, let's not count like that. Let's not count like that. I know it's gonna be a big expense for me in June, but it's gonna be worth it. It's Haikyuu. It's Haikyuu. And I did buy the maximum allotted boxes that I was allowed. Anyways, what else? What else? I had something. I actually wrote it down. It's been kind of funny because now, like, I've been writing down stuff, but now I just have random little papers because I really like buying those, like, how do I say this? It's like little notebooks, and it's not like notebooks. It's like the memo pads, the cute memo pads. I like those. I have quite a few. I've been using them, which is great. I've been using to write down little things, and it's like I have like scattered little papers everywhere now. So sometimes, like the other day when I was reading you guys, like my title ideas, I actually wrote them down by hand because I find that for me, writing things down by hand way more effective to memorize things than just writing them down in like I guess like my notes app or like typing it down. It's not quite as effective for me. So I've always been like a actual write things down with pen and paper. But you know what else I've discovered? I don't own a ball pen, a ballpoint pen. All my pens are legitimately either markers or gel pens. And I used to have ballpoint pens because I would get the free pens, right? When you're in like school or like from free events. I realized I don't have any now because I was trying to sign something the other day and I realized that all my pens were gel pens. I was like, ooh, the one ballpoint pen I do have is in fact one of those multicolored pens where you like push down. They have like what is it called? The buttons in different colors, and like every time you want a different color, you push it down to make one color pop up, and then you get the other color. Like the multi pens, that's the only one I have, and I was like, oh, that's a ballpoint pen. Do Okay, I have fountain pens. I can't use those to sign things as well, but my fountain pens are pretty old. Actually, I was tempted to get a new one, but I was like, but you don't even use your old one. I'm glad that the one I bought was not very expensive. I've seen the very nice ones. They are very nice. They look like they write beautifully. I don't think I would use it enough because I found that with fountain pens on like my little memo pads, it will bleed through. Gorgeous, but it will bleed through. You need like the good stuff, the good paper to write with fountain pen. That's just my personal experience. I've tried using it in my journals as well, and that's when I realized I was like, oh, 150 MSG paper is not cutting it. But I also learned that for like, how do I say this? I told you guys I got like mini stampers, right? And usually when I use like stampers, they're totally fine on my journal paper because it's 180 MGS or MSG. I can't remember which one it is. But it's like a thicker journaling paper and I pay for that because I like using markers and things like that. And midliner's fine. But like these stampers, even midliner stampers, they bleed through. Even though I'm tapping the page, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. But one time I was using these Snoopy stampers and it was horrendous. It bled through so badly that it basically made a mess of my other page and I was like, whoa, so I'm gonna have to like be creative and put notebook paper on top and like decorate. It was a whole thing because it's never happened to me before. But it was fine. It was fine. It was just like one of those, how did this happen kind of moments for me. Very small though, very small. But yeah, I've had to recently buy ballpoint pens and like because it is necessary. As an adult, you have to sign things and you cannot use gel pen for those. Who knew that something I used to like have so many of that I got tired of it? Now I would have to, how do I say this? Go out of my way to get it. Because like you would never have a shortage of pens before because there would always be some event, some place somewhere where you could get a pen. Although now I think about it, maybe that's why like the DMV and places like that, they're like they attach their pens with a chain and they're like, do not steal pens. Maybe this is a problem that adults just have. They don't give you a pen to sign things with. No, they actually don't anymore. Cost cutting is really affecting everyone. They did tell me I could buy a pen and then sign, and I was like, oh. Fortunately for me, usually the person I'm with has a pen. Sometimes BunniAria always carries a pen. I commend her for that. I keep forgetting to add one to my bag for like, because the thing is I have a lot of different things in my bag. I have like bandages, I have like glasses wipes, and like for sunglasses, and I have like little sanitizer, like a little bit of everything just in case. But I always forget to add a pen. Need to remember that. That's probably why I only buy I only buy gel pens. It's fine. I'll remember now that I've talked about it. Hold on. We're gonna go into the game now. Oh, wait. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. That's too much. That's too much. Too close. Too close. That's okay. Nope. Okay, I can live with that. Add a pen. Actually, I think that's why I don't carry a pen anymore. I have had a pen explosion. That might be why. Because I thought I was like, I used to always carry everything. But I have had a pen explosion and it did ruin one of my bags. But you know what? I still need to carry a pen because now sometimes they don't have it. Okay, but let me tell you, the bags I carry are not big enough for a pencil case. Maybe a small one. Maybe if I went to got one of those, how do I say this? Have you guys ever seen the Japanese pencil cases where they're really soft and they're meant for a couple pens? Maybe something like that, but maybe, yeah. But aside from that, no. Oh, I will say that one of my anxieties when I was flying before, because once I flew with a bunch of my stationery because I was going to journal, and I was like, wow, brilliant, I'll bring out my pens. I was like, what if they explode in the airplane carrier? And I meant in the overhead, and I was like, oh, dang. I brought the good pens too. And it didn't explode, so it was fine. But my fountain pen didn't give me a lot of anxiety. I actually don't know how I got my fountain pen through. First rule of getting away with things, don't talk about them. Anyways, let's go right into the game. Let's go right into the game before I implicate myself. Hold on. Alright. So this is Bloom. This is the protagonist. Isn't she cute? I really like her outfit, but I don't have, pants. I decided on a skirt. And but I did really like the stars in her hair, the little buns, and her top is so cute. So let's go. We're going to, I think there are 2 routes, and then there are 2 secret routes that you have to unlock, and there's a total of 70 to 80 hours of content in this game. This is a free game, so if you guys want to check it out, you can check out the description for the Steam page, and let's get into it. Prologue, Chapter 1. Thank you, come again. The bell at the door jingles as the customer leaves the cafe. I sigh, once more enveloped in peaceful quiet. Sunset seeps in through the open windows, bathing the room in soft pink light. A light breeze gently blows the curtains around. With no other customers around, I reach for a cloth to start cleaning the coffee bar. Back and forth, I move the cloth across the counter. Something about the motion, combined with the serene atmosphere, is soothing. The only sounds are the sweet chirping of the birds and a distant rush of water through the street's canals. Astra, do you have a moment? Hold on. I forgot, I didn't unmute. Hold on, there we go. I was like, I'm missing something. It was the mute. Anyways. My body jerks, so startled by the sudden voice that I freeze mid-wipe. Seems like working in silence for hours has lulled me into a false sense of security. Behind me stands Sophia, smiling knowingly. She definitely wasn't there just a second ago. You do that on purpose, don't you? Sophia's smile doesn't change. Her face is placating as ever. Certainly not. Why would I want to scare you? That's what I'd like to know. Sophia doesn't respond. Instead, she rounds the counters where I've been cleaning and settles into one of the chairs lining the bar. I'd like your opinion on something important. Her tone is calm, but there's a seriousness in her eyes. I straighten a little, curious. With Hallis's popularity increasing, I've been thinking of ways to revitalize the cafe. If we want Bloom to thrive, we can't just keep doing the same thing forever. I've lived long enough to know that it just doesn't work. Here's the thing. I get that you do definitely have to adapt to the times, but the fact that a restaurant whose food I loved did try to adapt and did a bunch of things that now no longer appeal to their old customer base tells me that sometimes it's okay to do what you are currently doing. You just should add on to what you're currently doing instead of changing everything. I guess trying new things is technically adding on new things, but sometimes people take that a little too literally. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. In other words, I'm looking to spice things up. Spice things up? Hold on, that was not the right intonation for that. I want you to help me make some changes around here to help boost our patronage. Really? That sounds like fun. I'd love to help. Oh, she's so cute. Look at the stars in her eyes and the blush. That's a great sprite. What kind of changes are we making? Well, I have a few ideas, though I was hoping you could help me decide. Me? But, I've barely been here for a full year. Should I really have a say in this? Of course, I trust you. Besides, who better to help improve our little cafe than its #1 fan? My cheeks grow red with embarrassment, though what Sophia says is accurate. However, underneath the embarrassment lies a tentative excitement. Alright then, what are you thinking? I've narrowed it down to 3 possibilities. Option 1, we focus on the menu. Not that there's anything wrong with the one we have now, but it could certainly use a refresh. Ooh, adding a monthly limited time option would be great because that would draw in new customers and could potentially give old customers something new to try. Also keeping your menu the same. I figured doing something seasonal might give customers a reason to come back over and over again. Maybe monthly is a little too much, but I feel like seasonal is also maybe nice. I don't know. I guess it depends on what industry you're doing. I'm thinking of bubble tea places where they do like a limited run of different drinks and they rotate the menu so there's always something new to try. Because once, my family actually had a place where my brother, who loves bubble tea, he likes trying new things, he tried the entire menu. And then he ran out of things to try. But they eventually started doing seasonal items, and by then he wasn't as interested, but I think it's something he would have liked because he did try literally every single drink on the menu. Option 2, we really hone in on the community aspect of Cafe Bloom. We become a place that not only serves good coffee and food, but a place that creates a space for local artists and creatives to gather. Option 3, renovations, stronger branding, actually marketing ourselves instead of hoping people will stumble across us. Or more simply put, the overall atmosphere. I get that you can't do all 3, but I feel like they kind of tie into each other, if that makes sense. I guess not renovations, but I feel like stronger branding would tie into creating a sense of community, and then if you offer special drinks based on events, that could be really good, but maybe it is too much to do all at once because it is a lot of work, especially if you're a small cafe and trying to organize things. I have tried to organize events and it is a lot of work. Even for things that I guess aren't trying to bring in a profit, I've done things for volunteering. It's a lot. It's a lot. What do you think? If I'm being honest with myself, it sounds fantastic. Having the opportunity to work on a project like this, knowing that Sophia trusts me to do it, is the opportunity of my dreams. Can I really do this? To anyone else, this might seem like a simple request, but for me, this is a step forward in my career, a chance to further earn my place at Cafe Bloom. Though it's small and simple, I love it with every ounce of my being. In a short amount of time, Cafe Bloom has become special to me. Every day is fun as I spend my days learning how to make coffee, interacting with customers, and working beside Sophia and Albion, who, despite what one of them might say, are some of my closest friends. Thanks for stopping by, Double Red. Rest well. We are going to create caffeine dependency here. Seems like I've made up my mind already. I'd love to help. Great, I didn't have a backup plan if you were to say no. I suppose I could have asked Albion, but... yeah. Sophia and I share a knowing smile. Good thing I said yes then. Yes, everything fell into place perfectly. I don't think we have to rush, but I thought it might be nice if we could choose which plan to execute by next week. No problem, I'll do my best to consider each option thoroughly. I already put together a budget to pay for anything we might need, so no need to worry about that. That's important because I don't think Astra would have had access to what the budget could be. Just don't work yourself too hard. I know what you're like. Haha, I think I can manage that. Then we have ourselves a deal. Sophia reaches her right hand out to me from over the bar. My own right hand mirrors hers, sealing the deal. What an exciting way to start spring! Oh, cute. I love that. The background art. Warm sunlight filters through the nearby window, the bright rays forcing me to finally get out of bed to confront the day ahead. I sit up and reach my arms up, which sends a pleasant shiver down my spine. For a moment, everything is calm as I let myself slowly adjust to being awake. The conversation I had with Sophia is slowly coming back into focus, and the weight of what I've been asked to do is starting to sink in. You know, I've never seen someone with pillows on like both ends of the bed. For me, I like having like a ton of pillows when I sleep, but I've never seen them at like both ends. I lean forward to rest my elbows on my thighs with my hands laced together in my lap, thinking. Drawing in more customers. Hold on, this is a little loud for me. Okay. That's better. All of the options Sophia gave sounded great. How am I supposed to pick just one? If I'm going to choose, then I have to make sure I consider each idea carefully. I got a week to decide. I wonder if Alfia told Albion already. He works at the cafe too, so maybe I could ask him if he has any ideas. Albion has been working at Cafe Bloom for a little longer than me, and whilst he is amazing at making coffee, his social skills are some of the worst I've ever seen. Still, it's worth asking for his opinion. At the very least, I'm not gonna make any decision just sitting around in bed. A light knock sounds at my bedroom door. Astra, you up? I made us some coffee. Guess that's my cue. I'm up. I'll be out in a minute. You'd better be. Don't let my hard work go to waste. Okay, 1 minute, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sound of Quinn counting down fades into the background as they walk away from my bedroom door and into the kitchen. I chuckle to myself knowing that Quinn will seriously count for the full 60 seconds. I should hurry. Quinn will be sad if I let their coffee go cold. Recently, Quinn asked for help in learning how to make coffee, though I'm not quite sure why, seeing as they don't seem to like it very much. In the beginning, the results were disastrous. Every cup was either seriously watered down or horribly bitter, but they've slowly been improving. The thought of fresh, warm coffee, no matter how mediocre, that is, whoa, referring to something that someone made for you as mediocre, I get it, that's a little harsh, fills me with just enough energy to get dressed in record time. The window over the kitchen sink is open, letting in the fresh spring breeze. Outside, I can see cobbled streets and hear the birds chattering in the trees. My eyes catch on Quinn, who stands at the counter with 2 mugs in front of them. That's cute. I really like the CG style. It's very... how do I explain this? It's like storybook, which is great for the fantasy theme. Look, there's a... oh, it's a little cat cup, and then the tail. Oh my gosh, it's the handle. One of my dream cups that I want in like my kitchen, in my cupboard someday, is to get the Kiki delivery service cat mug. I have seen it. They sell it in Japan. They also sell it in Korea. It is exorbitant if you are not in those places to get it, and I want the white one. I had the chance to get the blue one, which you might say, it's blue. Don't you love that? No, it wasn't the right shade of blue. It was like a teal. It was not as cute. I want the white one. I did ask my brother when he went to Japan, but he ended up not looking for it, and I was like, okay. Okay. I get it, I get it. But I will get that someday. I will get it from my cupboard someday. And 60. Here, come sit. Look, there's a little cat. Oh, it's a little cat, lucky cat statue. It's like one of its, is it a paw or the tail or the pouch? Holding little coins and it has like a little paw raised. I think you'll like this one. I followed all your many instructions to the letter. Quinn pushes one of the two mugs closer and gestures at it with an open palm. I grab the mug with both hands, letting the warmth of the coffee seep into my palms. The feeling is so relaxing that my eyes start to fall shut. You just got out of bed. Don't fall for the temptation. Oh, she fell for it. Hey, don't fall asleep. You have work soon. The tap of Quinn's pointed nails against the countertop beckons me back to the present. That's a really cool effect, though. Right. Coffee. Work. No sleeping. This is why when you wake up, first thing you must do, splash your face with cold water. I will say, I've never had like a hot cup of coffee in the morning. That's just not my preference. But what I do like is a warm croissant with cheese. So good. Not a cheese croissant. You must differentiate it. It is a warm croissant that you slice in half. You put a piece of cheese, like the skinny, not the cubes, like a slice of cheese inside. And kind of like warm up the croissant, toasting it, and also melting the cheese. It's like one of the most comforting things for me in the morning. I focus on the drink before me, taking a deep breath to really hone in on the scent of the coffee. It's nutty and a little smoky. Yeah, look, the smoke is heart-shaped. That's cute. This is the dark roast that I picked up from the market after work a few days ago. For a brief moment, I allow myself to feel a bit of pride at being able to recognize the notes so readily. My research is paying off. The corners of my mouth turn up. As usual, the smell of coffee alone is enough to lift my spirits. Astra, please just take a sip and tell me how it tastes. Sorry, but you know, the aroma is important too. I can tell a lot just by smelling it, Andy. Yes, I know, the aroma tells you things that your tongue can't, blah blah blah. Trust me, with my sense of smell, I get it. I really do, but you're taking forever. You know, I get it. They made something they want Astra to enjoy it warm and fresh. I get it. But let her enjoy it. It's her cup of coffee. She can enjoy it in the way that she likes. A fond smile breaks across my face, but I refrain from saying anything else, finally bringing the mug to my lips. I take a second sip, partially because I'm trying to get a better grasp on the flavor, but mostly just to mess with them. I make sure to keep eye contact as I take long, drawn-out sips. Ha ha, you're very funny. Seriously though, how is it? Her character design is so cool. She's wearing like a little fang here. She has like these little piercings, although I'll be honest, I never considered a beast. I guess I know her bio. She's actually a werewolf clan, but I never considered they could get piercings. That's really cool. Much better than last time. A little watery, but that's no big deal. With the way things are going, I'm actually starting to worry for my job. Watch out, I'm gonna run Cafe Bloom out of business through your home kitchen. Quinn finally takes a sip from their own mug, but in contrast to my own sigh of contentment, their eyebrows pinch together and they open the icebox. Ugh, actually, on second thought, I think you should keep your job. I don't know how you drink this stuff black. It's like drinking tar. And yet you try it black every time. Because I think maybe one day it'll be good. I agree. As someone who has had coffee, there are some people who can have it black. Some of my family members drink Americanos and like just black coffee. I could never. Cappuccinos, lattes, what else do I have? Frappuccinos. I don't like the ones with caffeine though. I don't think that counts. I'll have like a cappuccino truffle. That's probably my extent. Quinn takes another sip of their drink. Oh, coconut coffee. I like that. Coconut coffee is a Vietnamese drink where they include like different places do it differently, but the place I found that does it, coconut milk blend it with ice, and then they mix coffee into that. They pour it on top and then you mix it. Actually, now that I think about it, it's supposed to be like a cold drink. It also comes in hot. I don't know how to make it hot. I just know the ice version, but it's kind of like an ice cat with coconut milk. Or is it coconut cream? Honestly, I'm not really sure, but it's really good, really creamy, and if you are not like a black coffee person, you might enjoy that drink. That's what I found. I should say that's what I like, and I don't like coffee. Quinn takes another sip of their drink, which is now more milk than it is coffee. Quinn, just like me. Ah, much better. I can't help but wonder why they even drink coffee in the first place. They're just gonna drown it in milk and sugar. Look, I can appreciate the aroma of the coffee. I can appreciate that the coffee has a particular flavor. I personally feel that it is enhanced by milk and sugar. I will say though, I'm a snob when it comes to pho, which is the Vietnamese noodle soup. And the reason I say I'm a snob about it is because I always eat it, regardless of where I go, without hoisin sauce and without chili sauce. And I used to wonder why people ate pho if they were going to drown it in hoisin sauce and chili sauce, and I was a little judgy. Only because they never tried a dish beforehand, and then they immediately mix hoisin and chili sauce, and I'm like, wait, you haven't tried it, so you don't know how much to add. I realized that they like the taste of hoisin and chili sauce just like I like milk and sugar. So you know what? Different things for different people. I do admit I was a bit of a snob though. I'm better about it now, but like I used to really reject adding it because I thought like if your stuff isn't good, or if your stuff is good, I wouldn't need to add it. But that just made me a snob, you know? Hey, isn't it almost time for you to go? Trying to get rid of me? Never. Who'd pay the other half of the rent? Wow, is that all I'm good for? She's sassy. Kidding, but you really will be late if you don't leave soon. A glance at the nearby clock shows that Quinn is right, and if I want to be on time, I should leave now. Okay, I'll get going. I gather my things, which are all conveniently located next to the front door. That is preparedness. That's what I do before I stream. Like if I can, I will prep my setup and have everything prepared ready, including like the outfit my model's gonna wear. And that's why sometimes when like I'm late or unruly, it does upset me. Because I like to have everything like prepped and then I can just turn it on and immediately go. Keys, backpack. Hey Quinn, have you seen my... Before I can even finish my sentence, Quinn's hand appears in front of me, holding exactly what I was about to ask for. Bestie telepathy, let's go. Coffee thermos. Already filled with fresh coffee. You're amazing. Alright, I'm off. Thanks again. You're welcome. Have a good day at work. Quinn closes the door behind me, likely going to get ready for their own day at work. Very domestic. Very they were roommates vibes. Oh, cute. Look at that. That's so cute. The little stores and the market. I love these kind of scenes. It's why I'm so excited for the Witch's Bakery. Once the door is closed, the sounds of bubbling streams and overlapping voices come into focus. As is typical of a spring morning, the air is slightly chilly and I shiver whenever the wind picks up. I curse myself for not grabbing a jacket before leaving this morning. It's easy to feel like you can handle the cold in the warmth of your own home. That's also like the thing, I'm always the type to bring a jacket, and I've had like my family been like, it's so warm out, you don't need a jacket, and then we go somewhere like a mall or Costco where it is so cold, I'm like, ha! I needed my jacket after all. Fortunately, I don't need to deal with the cold for too long, just until I make it to work, which thankfully only takes around 30 minutes. Walking to work taking 30 minutes, and that's a fortunately. This is very unique. I'm not used to that. Like, I know that in some places like New York, they're like, oh yeah, it's just a 30-minute walk. Not where I'm from. But I will say that the cold will probably wake them up, and it probably is nice to be able to walk past markets and have this kind of walkability. That sounds really nice. The commute to work is usually enjoyable, save for the winter months when the wind becomes biting and harsh. Ooh, yeah, those are the worst. When like it hurts your face to walk against the wind. Ooh. I can relate to that. I should remember not to take this weather for granted. Alright, at this pace, I should make it just in time to catch the next boat. Oh, she's going by boat. That's really cool. I say that in the sense of like, I've never been on a boat. That's not true. I've been on a boat. I've never gone to work on a boat. Upon reaching the dock, I climb onto the boat and settle in for the ride. The ferries make transportation a breeze and also give me a chance to gather my thoughts before work, so I often look forward to it. If this wasn't set in a fantasy world, I would have thought it was Europe. I lean against the railing of the boat to admire the view of the city streets arching out in front of me. Palace is one large circle separated into 8 blocks. There's also 8 canals in the city, but 2 of them are rings, following the city's shape and thus are the most efficient for traveling between blocks. Currently, I'm riding a ferry that will take me from Block 4, where my apartment is, into Block 6, where Cafe Bloom is located. Before I know it, the ferry comes to a stop and I arrive at Cafe Bloom. The first thing I see when I walk into Cafe Bloom is Albion. He's standing at the counter in the middle of what I assume is the order for the only customer currently in the cafe. Albion looks like he's concentrating deeply. His eyebrows are furrowed, a common feature for him. Kinda can't tell, but he has a fabulous ponytail. Very pretty. If he weren't a nymph blessed with eternal youth, I'd worry that his face might get stuck like that. He's perfectly manicured, clothes crisp and unwrinkled, his hair is soft and expertly styled, showing off Aria's signature bright hair. Everything he does looks effortless, and everything about him is perfect. Until he opens his mouth, right? Except... well, look what the cat dragged in. Except for when he opens his mouth, let's go! I am so connected to this main protagonist already. I walk closer, moving behind the counter towards the break room to put my stuff away. As I pass Albion, my gaze drifts to the ribbon of his apron, which is tied neatly into a bow. In a split-second decision, I decide to play a small prank on him. Albion absolutely hates being perceived as anything less than pristine and perfect. No harm in poking a little fun. I make sure to catch Albion's gaze, and once I have it, I point towards my stomach where my own apron would be tied if I were wearing it and whisper, "Your ribbons come loose." For a moment, Albion looks genuinely distressed as he looks down to feel for the bow before realizing that he'd been tricked, sending a withering glare in my direction. You know what? I'm okay with this. I admittedly don't like pranks where people will actually like touch or untie things on people. I think that's no good. Don't do that. If you're just saying it, like, made you look, that's kind of just like a little immature, but it's fine. It's a prank. As long as it doesn't, like, that's just my preference. Especially because I've been on the receiving end of the other version. I really don't like it. Anything else you might have to say in response is stolen by the air as I quickly enter the break room and close the door behind me with a smile. I hang my bed on one of the hooks and turn to write my name on our timesheet. Made it right on time. Oh, that couldn't be me. I would get so much anxiety from that. At least 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If possible, 5 minutes early. 5 minutes early if possible. Not 10. I've learned that 10 minutes is a little too much. I once had like a job interview where if you're 10 minutes early, they disqualified you because it would make the secretaries anxious if you got there too early. And I was like, really? And this was me reading off of Glassdoor. I was like, whoa. Signing complete, I reach to grab my apron, but just before I can snag it off the hook, I'm startled by a sudden voice. Good afternoon, Astra. My sudden shout interrupts her attempted greeting and she laughs softly. Haha, sorry Astra, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you sure about that? Sylvia laughs, shrugging her shoulders. I actually used to have someone who, like, he found out that I did not like it when people surprised me. So what we'd do is he would constantly try to see my reaction by, like, surprising me, quote unquote, and he would do that by, like, how do I say this? He'd put his hands on my shoulder and be like, boo! And I didn't tell him, and I didn't like it. I did tell him not to do it, but he chose to do it, and eventually he did stop because he wasn't getting a reaction. I decided that was better, because telling him to stop didn't really work, but not giving him a reaction did stop him. The fact that he tried to like see me get startled, but like would you put his hands on my shoulder and use his weight to like press down on me was like, that's counterintuitive, isn't it? I never told him because I never wanted him to like continue trying. But one of those things. Think of it as training. You're too easily startled. This is like what they do with horses. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. I recently saw a video of like a horse owner and what they would do to like get their horse used to things so they'd stop being easily spooked, because it could injure the horse if they get startled and like run off. They would take like pool noodles and different things and like basically exposure therapy to horses. So for example, the pool noodle, they would use it to like lightly tap the horse over and over again until the horse realized, oh, this thing isn't gonna hurt me. Or like I saw once that there's a horse afraid of a plastic bag. So they would tie the horse to a tree and then wave the plastic bag, and they were like there with the horse, right? And eventually the horse like had to be forcefully exposed to the plastic bag enough where they're like, oh, this thing's okay. And they didn't do it in a way that like constantly startled the horse, but they were like, hey, you can't run away. Don't run away. And whenever people are like, oh, it's training, you're too easily startled, that's what it makes me think of. Trading for what? My question is ignored as Sophia deftly changes topic, something she's quite adept at. How was your morning? Was Quinn's coffee serviceable today? Yes, actually, they did a really good job. In fact, if things keep going like this, you might have a new employee soon. Please, you and Albion are all I need. I have the best baristas in Hallis. A laugh escapes me and I grin widely. Sophia is always kind, and while I know that she would never replace me or Albion, it is nice to hear it out loud. Aw, you mean it? Of course I do. Speaking of, you should go join Albion at the bar. I'm sure he's getting lonely out there by himself. Oh yes, I bet he's dying for some attention. Sophie and I lock eyes, our poker faces only holding for a brief moment before breaking into twin grins. Have fun! I'm about to head out for a supply run and Albion's leaving after lunch, so you'll be closing alone tonight. No problem, it's nothing I haven't done before. I turn to grab my apron again, which I had forgotten after Sophia startled me, tying the ribbon tightly. I also make sure to tuck my pen, paper, and stopwatch into the front pocket before heading back into the cafe. Why does she need a stopwatch? Albion is still at the bar, though it seems he's finished making the lone customer's coffee and has moved to doing some light cleaning. I see a few dishes in the sink, so I move to get a start on those while Albion continues to wipe down the countertops. And here I thought I might make it through an entire shift in peace. Peace is overrated. You would say that. I'm trying to remember how to put like the emphasis, but my emphasis would be on you. Behind me, I hear the bell and sound of Albion welcoming in the next customer. I make it to the sink and pull on a pair of bright pink gloves to begin my work on the dishes that piled up before I arrived. I fall into a rhythm, one that frees up my mind enough to travel along the same path that it had tread this morning. What's the best way to appeal to more customers? As it stands, we have a fairly loyal and consistent customer base. Whichever of Sophia's options I go with, I should keep in mind the core experience that our regulars come back for. I could feel a hint of anxiety starting to form in the back of my mind. No, Sophia asked me to do this for a reason. I just have to trust her judgment. Eventually, the dishes in the sink start to disappear, but I continue to be lost in thought. Astra? Astra? Hey, Astra. I feel a sharp pain on my cheek. Ow, you pinched me! I call your name 3 times. There's no more customers and all the dishes are done. I don't like that. Don't pinch someone. Tap them on the shoulder. Like, I don't know, tap next to them. Don't pinch someone. Maybe I have trauma. I try not to laugh about that, but I'm kind of realizing that, well, that's something else to think about for another day. What else was I supposed to do? How about something that doesn't involve actually touching someone? I don't know. Maybe tap me on the shoulder, snap your fingers or something, you know, like a normal person would. I cross my soapy gloved hands over my chest, making a face which lets Albion know of my disapproval. I agree. This is a female protagonist after my own heart. So, what's up? Albion stares at me for a few seconds like he's reconsidering this entire interaction before his face screws up and he lets out a loud sigh. And if I did that to him, he would've not liked it either. I'm just saying. What's wrong? Huh? It's not that I didn't hear him, but rather that Albion rarely asks anyone anything. He isn't really interested in the lives of other people outside of what he's required to know about them for work. At least that's what I thought. You were spacing out, just staring at an empty sink. It was starting to get annoying. Huh? Albion's permanent scowl grows more intense, if that's even possible. The strain of asking me what's wrong clearly short-circuiting his brain. Despite my efforts to stay strong, his expression makes me smile, clearing away any annoyance I previously had. Must be nice. Why are you smiling like that? No reason. Thanks for checking on me. Huh? I wasn't. Yeah, whatever. Thanks anyway. Albion clicks his tongue, turning away from me. I'm going back to work. Albion starts to walk towards the seating area, first reaching into a cabinet to grab more cleaning supplies. Wait, I actually wanted to talk to you about something. He pauses, not yet turning around. He doesn't say anything, but from his stillness, I can assume he's listening. Yesterday, Sophia told me that she wanted to do something to bring in more customers. And she asked me to choose how we go about it. It's subtle, but I see Albion's body twitch and he turns back around to face me. Okay, so? You're impossible. So, I was wondering if you had any ideas, since you've worked here longer than me. Is there anything you'd want to change or something you think that I should know? Not really. Things run pretty smoothly around here. So there's nothing you can think of? Nothing. Are you sure? Saints, yes, Astra, I'm sure. I find it hard to believe that someone as meticulous as you can't think of a single thing you'd like to change. Actually, there is one thing I've noticed. Really? Yeah. That you always stick your nose where it doesn't belong. That wasn't funny. It wasn't supposed to be. I feel a spike of anger in my chest. Here I am, seriously asking for Albion's opinion, for him to give me something, anything helpful, and this is how he responds? This is always rough, because on one hand, he's not obligated to answer you. If he chooses to be unhelpful, that is on him. It could be that he's upset that he wasn't asked. It could be that he truly just likes the way things are. He doesn't want to change anything. But if he's choosing to be like that, then you've done your part. You've asked him. And he's choosing to be a jerk about it. What do you mean by that? I belong here as much as you do. I don't believe that there's nothing that comes to mind when you think about improving Cafe Bloom. It's not possible. Well, consider it possible. Go pester somebody else with your questions. There's nobody else I could ask, Albion. We're the only ones here. Astra, please, enough. I gave you my answer already. For a brief moment, Albion looks shocked at himself, but it doesn't last long before he's back to his usual scowl. What? Nothing. Never mind. Fine, forget I asked. I'll figure it out on my own. I don't know what I expected. Me neither. Albion turns away sharply, grabbing the cleaning supplies once more and moving off towards the seating area as far from me as possible. The next few hours are spent in tense silence, only broken when either me or Albion are forced to interact to serve customers. When Albion finally leaves, he does so without even saying goodbye. The rest of my shift passed by uneventfully until, sooner or later, it's time to close up. I head into the break room to hang up my apron and sign out before leaving for the day. I lock doors behind me before making sure to tug on them, double-checking that they're locked properly. Good habits. Alright, time to go. I think there's time to stop by the market on the way. I deserve a little pick-me-up after this morning. It is just about time to stock the apartment anyways, plus I want to buy Quinn a treat in return for the coffee this morning. It really had been much better than their previous attempts. Conveniently, my favorite market is located in Block 5, the perfect bridge between my apartment and the cafe. As a result, I end up going there quite often. Oh, convenient. When your favorite place is on the way home, great. I walk slowly, enjoying the fact that I don't need to rush, taking the time to go through the list of things I need to buy. Speaking of, when I was in university, my favorite bubble tea spot was actually on the way home. It was so good. Had a reason to go get bubble tea every day. Bubble tea was a lot more affordable back then. A lot more affordable. The sounds of voices grow louder and more concentrated as I walk, leading me right to the center of the market. I spot a few familiar vendors, but as usual, there are plenty of merchants and traders that I've never seen before who must have traveled from outside the city to be here. Though one thing stands out to me, or rather a person. Over by one of the storefronts, a man is crouched on the ground painting on the front windows of a flower shop. Oh, pretty. Intrigued, I walk closer to try and get a better look at what he's working on. It's beautiful. They're just simple flowers, but the colors and details are so lifelike that they look like someone captured real flowers and pasted them onto the window. Perfect for a flower shop. I move even closer, and before I know it, I'm crouching next to the painter himself. I glance over at him, thinking that I should ask him about his work, but he hasn't realized that I'm here at all. The first thing I notice is that his overalls are absolutely covered in paint. When he finally turns to look at me, I find myself looking into the richest, deepest eyes I've ever seen. The color found in the center of a sunflower. Oh, that's a gorgeous description. Caught red-handed. Are we having a staring contest? Cause if that's the case, you gotta tell me first, otherwise it's not fair. The man grins wickedly, and I realize that I definitely been staring, and not just at the painting. Okay, I'm ready now. 3, 2, 1, go. I can't help but laugh at his delivery, causing my eyes to close instinctively. Ha, I win. You weren't even trying. I wasn't ready. One more time. Come on. Fine. But if I win, you tell me what you were doing. Deal? Deal. The stranger counts down once more, and the staring contest begins in earnest. However, any hope I have of winning is quickly dashed when I feel a quick puff of air hit my face. Hey, that's cheating! Whoa, the winds are pretty strong today, huh? That wasn't a win, you blew into my eyes. I have no idea what you mean. So, I won. What were you doing? I grumble and glare unseriously at the stranger, but I decide to be honest, despite the fact that he obviously cheated. I saw you as I was passing through the market and wanted to get a closer look. Bold. Nope. I nod my head toward the window. You're painting, not you. Well, not you. I just mean that. Anyways, your work is really good. I wanted to see the details up close. That's all. Promise. The whole time I explained, the man's face doesn't shift at all from the grin he wears. If anything, his smile only grows wider. After I finish speaking, he takes his right hand and wipes it roughly against his overalls before sticking it out for me to shake. My name's Felix. You? Astra. It's nice to meet you, Felix. Sorry for sneaking up on you. No worries. I'm flattered, honestly. I'm happy to hear that you like my work. He gestures at the windows behind him. I love it. Do you do this full time? Yep, I have my own studio over in Block 2. I take commissions to do just about anything. Murals, portraits, windows. If it's got anything to do with painting, then I'm your man. Maybe it's the way Felix is still grinning, or maybe it's the way he seems so approachable, but I dredge up enough confidence to ask him another question. So, where can I find you? Hoping to see me again? Is that a crime? I don't know, it depends. Are you gonna follow me around watching me work all the time? Valid question. But that's cute, the blush is cute. It was an accident. Felix laughs heartily. Ha ha ha. Okay, I won't tease you anymore. Here, I'll even give you my card. It's in here. Somewhere. Felix begins patting himself down and digging through various pockets of his overalls to find the card. Aha! Here you go. I also sell paintings at different markets. You should keep an eye out. Thank you. No problem. Well, I better get back to work. Gotta wrap this up before I lose the light, you know? Maybe I'll see you around, yeah? Yeah, see you around. Felix, huh? Studio Alizali. Alizali? I look down the card in my hand. Something to consider. Alright, back to running errands. The rest of my time at the market passes uneventfully, and after an hour or so, an hour or so, I'm weighed down by various bags of produce, meat, and a special jar of honey for Quinn. The only thing left to do now is to find a carriage. Should be easy enough. Within the next few minutes, I flag down a carriage headed to Block 4, and soon enough, I'm back at my apartment. The apartment is quiet when I walk in, meaning that Quinn must not be home yet. They're probably staying late. Again. As the owner of their own boutique, Quinn makes their own schedule and often stays late, either making sure everything is running smoothly or just talking with customers and coworkers. Guess I'll make us some dinner. Quinn should be home by then. With that thought, I start prepping to make dinner. And by dinner, I actually mean breakfast, since that's Quinn's favorite meal. I'm hoping to show Quinn how much I appreciate their serious interest in making coffee. Okay, I just thought it was really loud again. Especially because I can't think of any other reason for them to do so other than to make me happy. Quinn has a way of making people feel truly loved. Trying to one-up Quinn in that respect is an impossible game, but making breakfast for dinner feels like a good start. And it's the actions that count. After thinking about it for a few moments, I settled on making something simple that still uses the sweet ingredient I bought. Pancakes? Pancakes and bacon? Honey pancakes it is, let's go. I told you, I am in tune with this protagonist. This is why you dress like your protagonist, and then you too can feel connected to them. If you choose to be. I fall into a comfortable rhythm, finding myself lost in the motion of whisking and flipping 6 perfect pancakes. 3 each? I guess it depends on the size of the pancakes. Oh, you know what? I think a stack of pancakes is 3 pancakes. That makes sense. I was just thinking I would want more pancakes. 3 for me and 3 for Quinn. Or maybe 2 for me and 4 for Quinn. They can eat much more than I can. You could also make more pancakes. Pancakes are great in the fridge, and then you warm them up in the morning. Warm them on the skillet, add some butter and syrup. Still just as good. Just as good. Yeah, let's go with that. Also, you can bake pancakes. You can take a sheet pan, put pancake batter into it, bake it, and then you have pancake slices? Pancake slices? Pancake squares? It depends what shape you choose to cut out. But squares is because you don't want to waste, you know? As I cook, I use the time to reflect on my day, knowing that when Quinn comes home, they'll want to hear everything. It's a sort of tradition that whenever we have dinner together, Quinn and I will take turns telling each other about our days. That's nice. You could also ask her for help about the cafe. She is a boutique owner. It didn't happen today, but I should tell Quinn about Sylvia's proposal. I didn't get the chance last night. Oh, yep. But thinking about the cafe inevitably makes me think of Albion. The way he brushed me off was hurtful, but he was angry too. We're gonna save. Okay. Let's go. Lots of slots. We're gonna start here. We are gonna wonder why. Now that I've had some time to calm down, I am curious about Albion's reaction earlier. I mean, sure, he's stubborn, inflexible, horribly blunt, easily annoyed, and constantly scowling. You know, I find that when people have like eternal youth and things like that, they do tend to be stubborn, inflexible, horribly blunt, easily annoyed, and constantly scowling. I think Freerin is the only exception to that. Even so, the way he reacted earlier seemed out of character. Back when I first started working at Cafe Bloom, I made plenty of mistakes, but I never heard Albion raise his voice like he did today. I've known Albion for almost a year now, and yet it seems that I still know next to nothing about him. I'll have to talk to him sooner or later, so I suppose there's no use thinking about it too hard. As I reflect, I watch the last pancake cook on the stove until it browns enough for me to flip over. The door swings open and Quinn walks into the apartment. Oh wow, it smells amazing in here, Astra. They gasp, quickly shutting the door and dropping their bags to run up behind me. Pancakes? I laugh, placing the final one on their plate. Your timing is perfect. We can eat together. I found a really nice jar of honey at the market this evening, and I wanted to make you something in return for this morning. This morning? The coffee. Oh, right. Well, in that case, I accept. You're the best. With the pancakes finished, Quinn and I stand at the kitchen counter talking about our respective workdays and indulging in sickly sweet pancakes. You could add something on the side. Personally, there was one meal I remember. It is still one of my, I guess it's like a core memory for me. So what it was I think we were going on a trip. So we got up really early, and that day my mom made an exception because normally she doesn't. What she does is she usually prepares breakfast for us, but she bought a breakfast meal set. And I remember it had pancakes, French fries, chicken strips, because this was when I was really young. It was before I became vegetarian, and chicken was one of the few things I could eat. Chicken strips, toast, pancakes, and French fries. And it was still one of my favorite meals because what she did was we had it in bed. So they had like the bed trays, like the ones you use when you eat. And she placed all the different things. And it was so much fun as like a family with like my brother, my mom. And we all just like enjoyed it on bed. And it was one of those core memories I have. And it's always one of the reasons why when I think of breakfast, it's the first thing that pops in my mind, like pancakes, toast, and I know like French fries and chicken strips is a little unconventional, but hey, it's my memory, you know? Still one of my favorites. Favorite memories and favorite breakfasts, I should say. But yeah, I have no idea what the trip was for. I have no memory after that. It's just that one core memory of like sitting on the bed and having like breakfast all together. Quinn talks about the new items in their boutique and gives me updates on the latest gossip they hear from clients. The next few minutes are filled with stories about various clients and whispered rumors, nothing I haven't heard from them before. You're a fiend for drama, aren't you? It's not my fault that I can hear practically everything going on in there. But yeah, I am. Ooh, super useful to like have a natural talent for listening in when you're nosy. Hey, you have the day off tomorrow, right? Why don't you stop by Voyage, Itoil. Sorry, I'm not a French person, so I can show you the new product. Alright, I can stop by after I get coffee in the morning. At Bloom? Maybe. You know what you like, that's for sure. I'll take that as a compliment. It is. Okay, your turn. Tell me about your day. Well, this didn't happen today, but yesterday Sophia actually asked me to help her in deciding on a plan to get more customers into Cafe Bloom. Really, Astra? That's great news. I think this is right up your alley. You love Cafe Bloom. If anyone can do this, it's you. Will Albion be helping you? Considering his reaction earlier, I doubt it. No, I don't think so. I tried to talk to Albion about it to see if he had any ideas, but he didn't seem to want to talk about it. Well, I don't know Albion too well, but he doesn't seem to be very good with that kind of thing. Maybe he just needs time. Regardless, I have every confidence that you can do this, with or without Albion's help. And of course, you can always come to me if you need anything. Haha, thanks Quinn, I'll keep that in mind. If Albion changes his mind later, then that would be great, but if not, then that's okay too. I tell Quinn about the rest of my day, regaling them with the story of how I met a painter at the market. Somehow, I only have to deal with some light teasing regarding our encounter. By the time the two of us are done chatting, our plates have long since been empty and the sun is well and truly gone. Alright, I think I want to call it a night here, Astra. Thanks again for the pancakes, they were delicious as always. Of course, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Night, Quinn. Night-night. I should get some sleep too. Tomorrow's a day off, but there's no harm in being well rested. The dishes can be done in the morning. Oh, couldn't be me. I have a habit where unless it's like a water cup, you gotta clear the dishes in the sink. Sleep claims me quickly and quietly, marking an end to the day. We're still in the prologue. Look, there's a lot of content in this game. It's great, but I would admit after 10 streams, I need to do more voice strengthening. I wake up naturally, no alarms, no knocking, no surge of adrenaline caused by the idea of being late. I take a few long, deep breaths, enjoying the lack of responsibility ahead. The last 2 days have introduced exciting new developments into my life, but I'm desperately looking forward to having a full day to do whatever I want. It's still fairly early, only 7 a.m. according to the clock next to me. Plenty of time for what I have in mind. But first, a quick stop at Cafe Bloom for coffee. Oh, Quinn's already at work? It's inevitable that I'll run into Albion, but despite working there, it's only on my days off that I truly get to enjoy the atmosphere of the cafe without worrying about customers. I refuse to change my routine over a little disagreement. Good for you, you did nothing wrong. Of course, Albion doesn't really get it. He doesn't understand why someone would want to see their coworkers outside of work. The cafe is like a second home to me, so it's natural to want to spend time there, even on days off. And technically she's not there to see the coworkers, she's there because she likes the cafe. Like, the fact that he's like, why would you want to see your coworkers? I get it, but like, she liked the cafe before she realized his personality, so. After that, the plan is to go to Quinn's boutique to check out the new product they got recently before going to the markets for lunch. Their shop is in Block 1, right by the southern gate, which of the 4 gates is the busiest due to it being connected to a major trade route. So in all, I could see Quinn, eat some good food, and get in some good exercise. Let's go. A good plan if I ever heard one. Nope, that was still not the right intonation. The kitchen is empty when I enter, and I glance down the hallway reveals that Quinn's light is still off. I'll try to be quiet. I gather my things quietly and slip out the front door, doing my best to avoid waking Quinn. The sun has risen, but the streets aren't crowded yet. That will come in the next few hours. Oh, I love those moments where everything is like bright and warm but quiet. And so I stroll slowly, basking in the atmosphere of the early morning. I decide to take the ferry to the cafe again this morning. It's faster and more relaxing than taking a carriage. Plus, on a morning as nice as this, I could sit back, relax, and take in the view from the deck. The sounds of rushing water grow louder, signaling my arrival at the dock. Perfect timing, the ferry's already here. The ferry looks to be about halfway full, leaving plenty of open seating. It only takes a few moments for me to settle into a seat near the railing. To my right, I hear excited chatter coming from a group of young teenagers. Oh, she's older. I heard my friend said she caught a glimpse of St. Kaylin the other day. Seriously? Man, I wish I could have seen them. I bet she made it up. The saint never leaves the sanctuary. But wouldn't it be cool if she did see them? Imagine getting to meet the great St. Kaylin in the flesh. Or better yet, see them flying over the city. Apparently, other city saints make appearances all the time. Lucky. They continue gossiping about various sightings related to the saint, but nothing they say is new information. There's a constant stream of rumors regarding St. Kaylin, but at the end of the day, no one had really seen them with their own eyes. It's always, my friend said, or I heard from so-and-so that each of the integrated cities has a dragon saint who lives among them, but our saint, the water saint, let's go, best saint, hasn't been spotted in over 2 decades after access to the sanctuary was cut off. Excuse me. I won't lie and say I'm not curious myself, but whatever reason the saint has for keeping to themselves is their own. Though not an all-powerful being, it feels wrong to spread rumors about the saint considering it's their power that keeps Halis' waters clean and safe. I think it's really interesting when you read like villainous stories and they have a saint and they're like, oh no, this saint has been doing a lot of work, we're gonna proclaim them to be a fake. And I'm like, how? They've been working this whole time. And then when the saint leaves and everyone's like, oh, they were the real saint because nothing is working, I'm like I get it. There's like, how do I say this? Easy to read stories, but I find that when it comes to things like this, it's kind of like it's not just suspended belief, but like, what do you mean you constantly saw them working? Blame them for always being working, so that's why you couldn't spend time with them and why you find them boring. And then you're surprised when the person you replace them with doesn't work because the person you got rid of was the one originally working. Make it make sense. I did have something similar that I wanted to rant about. Chose not to, but it was a similar vein where it was like, what do you mean? How do I say this? You have a belief in someone that is an all-powerful being and then you stupidly decide to continuously insult them because of like a really ridiculous and shallow reason. And like, Maybe it's like I don't understand the reason, but it was basically they felt that it was. I don't want to rant about it. I don't want to rant about it. Let's go. We move on. It would be nice to see him at least once. Oh, I forgot to save. Whoops. Whoa, I saw little hearts pop up here. I don't know what that means. The ferry rocks slightly as it comes to a stop, jolting me from my train of thought. Quickly, I stand up to disembark before making my way to Cafe Bloom. When I reach the cafe, Sylvia is standing outside unfolding chairs and setting them up on the patio for the day. After a moment, she spots my approach, pausing her work to call out a greeting. Oh, good morning, Astra. Good morning. Are you working today? I could have sworn today was your day off. No, you're right. I just came for some coffee. Well, you came to the right place. Go on in. I need to finish setting up out here, but Albion's inside. He can help you out. Alright. Yeah, you don't need to bother your boss with like your personal disagreements. The bell rings when I enter and Albion looks up from what he's doing, the furrow of his brow becoming more obvious once he sees who it is. Morning, am I the first customer today? Well, we did just open. Right. Tension hangs in the air, filling it up like a balloon. I know I should say something, if anything, just to get rid of this horrible atmosphere. I'm the kind of person where, like, I don't mind silence. I know that sounds funny because, like, I'm a streamer, I talk, and I, like, am constantly chatting about one thing or the other. But I find that when there's, like, silence, I just don't talk. And then people expect me to say something because I am kind of chatty. But I feel like there's nothing wrong with silence. And especially in tension like this, he made the tension, he can lie on it. If he wants to get rid of it, he can talk. Maybe that makes me a little harsh. Maybe a little harsh. But it's kind of like... I will communicate, it's just like, I don't think silence is bad. Maybe I should have ended it there. I don't know what's up with me today. Maybe I'm a little high-strung. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I did have 2 cups of milk tea today. Maybe I am a little wired. Normally, I limit myself to 1, only because I have... I'm trying to, like, manage my intake. But I did have 2 today. But I have no idea what I should say. Maybe sorry? Sorry for what? You just asked them a question. I'm not saying that, like, you didn't also say things, but I feel like you didn't say anything wrong. You're just asking him for opinion as someone who also works in a place. I don't know. Sorry for what, though? I'm not really sure. Let's go! I am, like, 3 for 3 with Astra so far. We are on the same wavelength. I am almost out of water. Maybe I can just pretend nothing happened. Yeah, you don't pretend nothing happened, but it's just like, place your order and leave. Maybe that is pretending nothing happened. I don't have time to think about it too much as the bell rings again and Sophia comes striding in, dusting her hands off. One thing to know about Sophia, she's a master of reading the room. What is this? Nothing. Alright then. Astra, did you order yet? No, not yet. Sophia's eyes flick over to Albion. Well, we can't have that. What can I get for you today? Do you want your usual or something else? The usual is fine. Thanks, Sophia. No problem. Sophia walks away, moving further behind the counter, leaving me alone with Albion again. Guess it's up to me to start up a conversation. Unless I want to sit in awkward silence for the next few minutes. So, what's up? How long did it take you to come up with that one? See, I wish I had a choice. I would have just sat in the silence. I would have. Less time than it took you to come up with nothing. Albion doesn't respond to that, but he does appear less tense. Falling back into our usual ribbing seems to alleviate some of the anxiety gnawing at us. How's your morning going? Like, let me just say, I understand because you don't want to be tense with someone you work with, especially because it is a minor disagreement, I'm just saying, but still. As well as it could be. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. It's neutral. Neutral. Yes. Right. Okay then, I guess it's my turn. 4? Now you ask me, how was your morning? You know, you act just like a little kid sometimes. No, actually that's you. I'm just saying, like, her being mature enough to actually communicate and like, how do I say this? I know that she's being sassy and like a little jibby, but she is being the mature one in the situation by like actively trying to communicate with him. And he's the one who's actually acting like a child by constantly retorting. Like, you don't have to like each other, but the fact is she's way more professional than you are. I'm just saying. I'm older than you. Doesn't feel like it. You're older than him, but he's a nymph with eternal youth. How old is Astra? I lean my head into my left hand. You jealous? Albion raises his eyebrows. Jealous of you? Saints, no. I chuckle at Albion's insistence. He takes everything so seriously. I kinda like that, Saints. It's nice to be able to joke with him. The sounds of the coffee maker come to a stop, and Sophia makes her way back towards the bar with a mug in hand. Soon my usual is placed in front of me. A hot and steaming cortado, equal parts espresso and milk, and the perfect way to kickstart my day. I actually thought that she would get it to go. Thanks, Sophia. You're quite welcome. I reach for the cup, ready to take my first sip, when a plate slides into my periphery. I look up to find Albion avoiding eye contact with me. Still avoiding my gaze, he speaks up. Breakfast, my treat. Okay, fine, he's one of those types. He's another Sun. He's one of those, my action speaks louder than my words. And he's also younger than her, so he is like a kid. Fine. It's true that I haven't eaten yet. Thank you, Albion. He nods before walking away, disappearing around the corner of the bar. As soon as he leaves, Sophia leans down next to me and whispers conspiratorially. I've learned that when Albion does things like this, it's better to just accept it and then pretend like nothing happened. Haha, understood. It looks delicious, but I haven't seen this one before. Are you trying new recipes? Not really. We were running low on some of our usual stuff, so I used some of the fresh fruits I picked up this morning. Blueberries and strawberries are baked into the scone, and when I take the first bite, the berries are so juicy that my cheeks twinge in response. The menu at Cafe Bloom is pretty basic, offering classic coffee, tea, and scones. What keeps people coming back is the high quality and the people. It's just something I threw together this morning. I didn't even try it myself first. Oh, so I'm your guinea pig then. Hey, Albion's the one that brought it out. Like a ghost, Albion appears now holding a glass of water, which he sets down next to my coffee. I tried one already, they're good. Sophia smiles at Albion, swatting at his arm softly. Oh, high praise coming from you. This would be a great addition to the menu. Customers would love it. I'll keep it in mind for our final proposal. Sounds like a plan. I can't wait. With no other customers in the cafe, there's a sense of comfort and intimacy that permeates the air. It reminds me of what I hope to achieve with the new development plan. Cafe Bloom should be a place that everyone feels like going to. A reflection of the city itself, diverse and filled with warmth. Conversation flows for a while longer. Eventually, my coffee and scone disappear, and in the blink of an eye, it's time for me to leave. Oh, it's almost time for Quinn's shop to open up, so I have to get going. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for the chat. Anytime. Okay, now to go see Quinn. Quinn's shop is located right near the southern gate, making it a prime location for an accessory and clothing boutique. When Quinn and I first moved in together, we were working in the same restaurant, but their goal had always been to open a boutique. Almost a year ago now, Quinn had finally opened their own store in a good location, quickly becoming a local favorite. Good for them! Though I suspect a large part of their customer base are just trying to get Quinn to notice them. Between their positive attitude and knack for getting people to open up, Quinn was quite popular. Hopefully they're free enough to chat for a bit. Standing in front of Voyage, I catch a glimpse of new items in the shop that weren't there the last time I came. Quinn travels roughly once a season, going to various cities and towns to source new accessories and clothing from vendors. It's what makes their shop stand out, as Quinn is often able to establish relations with all kinds of people, keeping the store stocked with unique products. It doesn't take long before I hear a familiar voice calling my name. Astra, you made it! Quinn jogs towards me, grinning wildly and waving. Of course I did. Are you busy? For my best friend? Never. Come on, I have so much cool stuff to show you. Quinn takes my hand and starts dragging me inside. Along the way, I wave to the other staff members as I pass by, most of whom I recognize from previous visits. Good thing I stopped for coffee. Quinn seems extra excited today. They must have gathered some really interesting items this time. The inside of the shop is busy. Oh, that's so cute. That's her shop. It's got a cute window. The inside of the shop is busy, but not so much that it's difficult to move around in. Still holding my hand tightly, Quinn pulls me around, pointing excitedly at all the new items. They come to a stop in front of a display. On it are a variety of jewelry pieces, all constructed from shining pearls, glass, and shells. You remember that trip I took to Shore Lair last month, right? Well, I was lucky enough to be there while mermaids were visiting the city. Mermaids? Really? How rare! Reminds me, I need to make a mermaid outfit. It's mermaid. Right? I found out that they occasionally come up to the surface to trade things along the shore. I had no idea. So then these are all handcrafted pieces made from deep sea pearls and colored glass. I've never seen anything like these before. So what did you trade for it? That's the best part. They love regular everyday items that we use on the surface, like forks and dishes. Oh, I bet they do. Plus, once I mentioned that I sell my finds, a few of them gave me extra pieces. All of them seem really interested in surface culture. That's why they do trades, since it's not like we use the same currency. We get to learn about their culture, and they get to learn about ours. It's a win-win. This pattern continues for the next hour, get pulled along to a new display, hear Quinn's travel story, repeat. Once we reach the last display, Quinn lets go of my hand. And done. Until I find some more stuff, of course. When's your next trip? I'm not sure yet. There's some things I want to sort out before I make any final decisions. What about where? Have you decided that? Wherever the wind takes me. Maybe I'll go see one of the dwarven settlements. They're constantly coming up with new stuff, so I'm sure I'll see something inspiring if I go there. The dwarves, huh? They do make the best tools. In fact, most of the ones we use at Bloom were made by dwarves. I was just about to say, probably the stuff at Bloom. The dwarves do have their own settlement underneath Halis, but it's much smaller than the ones that are built into the mountains. It's hard to even imagine the scale of that. You'll definitely find some cool stuff there. Quinn smiles. Haha, I'm glad you see my vision. I will say that this game is partially voiced in key scenes. We just haven't reached those yet. We stand in the shop for a while longer chatting. At some point, some of Quinn's employees join the conversation. When the sun hits its peak, I take that as my cue to start heading out. I'm about to say my goodbyes, hoping to get to Block 1 Market in time for lunch when Quinn grabs my hand one last time. Wait! I set aside one of the pearl bracelets for you. It's yours, if you want it. Yes, please. Okay, I'll go get it. Quinn moves into the back to grab the bracelet and then comes back to stand in front of me again. Whoa, pretty! They hold the bracelet out in the palm of their hand. One of the mermaids, Erwina, told me that in their culture, wearing pearls is believed to help you overcome hardships. You're working on that proposal for Sylphia, right? Yes, but... Anyways, I thought this might help. Before I could say anything, Quinn slides the bracelet over my wrist, tapping it with a sense of finality once they're done. Always so thoughtful. Hey, seriously, thank you. You're always bringing me back gifts from your travels. Don't worry about it too much. Now get out of here. You're gonna miss it. Huh? Miss what? Don't me. You want to catch the lunchtime food stalls, don't you? If you leave now, you can get there before everything sells out. Right, I almost forgot. See you later. See you at home. How domestic. After I leave Quinn's shop, I decide to walk around the rest of Block 1, which has more shops than the other blocks. The main road is lined with market stalls, taking advantage of the increase in tourists that the city experiences every weekend. I could wander here for hours. With so many different races from both inside and outside of Halys, the selection at the markets is limitless. With my mind set on finding lunch, I simply follow the smells of food to find where vendors have set up shop for the afternoon. I end up in a cluster of stalls selling various local specialties from nearby villages. Lines are already starting to form, so I quickly scan the area, though it's hard to really see anything. I stand on my tiptoes, attempting to see over the crowds to get an idea of what looks the tastiest when a hand on my shoulder makes me jump. Saints, what? Whoa, sorry, didn't think I'd scare you that bad. They reach out and grab me by the shoulders, steadying me. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. When I look up from my feet, I find myself face to face with none other than Felix. Well, this feels familiar. He takes a step back, though I guess it's more my fault this time. You here for lunch? Yes, actually, what about you? The same, well, sort of. I'm actually here selling some paintings. But I was getting hungry, so here I am. My studio is getting a bit cluttered, so I'm selling a bunch of paintings to make some room. Really? I'd love to see some more of your work. Sure, I can show you after we get something to eat. Actually, I happen to know where to get the best grilled salmon. How about I take you there? The best, you say? That's some high praise. It's the truth. Come on, I'll show you. Only if you want to, of course. Don't want to ruin your plans. I wasn't really planning on anything in particular, if I'm being honest. I will say, Astra has some of like the softest, cutest eyes I've ever seen. Like, it's so soft. Every time I look at her, she looks so sweet. I don't see why not. Not to mention that this could be the perfect chance to get to know Felix better. Sure, lead the way. Great, then follow me. Felix weaves through the crowd with a sense of familiarity. He moves around people with ease, while also occasionally glancing back at me with a smile to make sure that I'm keeping up. It doesn't take long to reach Felix's destination. There, I see a werefox. Is that a werewolf and a fox, or is that a fox person who is like partially transformed like a werewolf would be? Making some final adjustments to his stall. He looks up as we approach and smiles in recognition when he spots Felix. Well, if it isn't my favorite customer. The werefox moves out in front of the stall with his arms crossed, looking at Felix playfully. After a moment, his hands move to rest in his pockets and his eyes flick over to me. Oh, yep. Okay, werewolf fox, like werewolf fox. I get it. Oh, who's this? Also really cool design. That looks awesome. The color combinations as well as like his clothes, the little wave on his apron and his armband with the because he might be a fisher because he's selling salmon. Really great character design. And this is Astra. She was looking for a good place to eat, so wow, free advertising. Thanks, man. The werefox's attention then shifts fully over to me, and I get the feeling that I'm being scrutinized. Sometimes my intonation is weird. Finally, they stick their right hand out towards me, initiating a handshake. Nice to meet you, Astra. I'm Velvet, or just Vel for short. Felix doesn't usually meet up with people when it's not related to work, so forgive me for being shocked. Whoa, hey, I hang out with people outside of work. Oh yeah? Who? Yeah, and don't say me, I don't count. That's not fair. Point proven. Velvet takes his attention off of Felix, shifting his focus back to me, while pointing back at Felix with his thumb and rolling his eyes. Felix makes a wounded noise. So, anyways, Astra, I assume you were promised some food? Yeah, Felix told me you make the best grilled salmon. I sure like to think so. Give me some time to get everything going and then you can see for yourself. Keep Felix company in the meantime, yeah? Velvet walks back to the store again, patting me on the shoulder as he walks away. They seem nice, a little overfamiliar maybe, but nice. I guess so. Felix glances over at me, looking only mildly put out. I need you to know that I totally hang out with other people. Although I suppose Vel is the only one I consider a real friend. Sure, I believe you. It's true. The both of us dissolve into laughter, the scene resembling something very similar that happened just the day before. It feels natural to be around Felix, like we've known each other for much longer than a single day. Could I consider us friends? After just a day? I keep forgetting to save. This is very unlike me. Sure. Well, you could add me to that list. Suddenly, the easy atmosphere that has been building up between us vanishes, and Felix's grin falters for a split second. Yeah, I guess I can. Yep, that was not right. We're gonna load. Maybe not yet. I decide not to say anything, instead letting the conversation continue. We talk freely for a few minutes more before Velvet approaches holding a bowl in each hand. I don't normally change my decision, but I will say that reaction, a little strong. I personally wouldn't say that out loud. I wanted to see what would happen because we are exploring possibilities, but yeah. We talk freely for a few minutes more before Velvet approaches holding a bowl in each hand. Here you go, freshly caught salmon, grilled and served over rice. Be careful though, it's still hot. That much is obvious. Steam curls off of the bowl as Velvet hands it to me carefully, making sure I don't burn my fingers. It looks amazing, thank you. No sweat. Enjoy. Inside, the salmon is artfully sliced and laid neatly over rice, covered in a thin glaze of something that smells faintly sweet. Felix starts eating the moment the bowl is placed in his hands, but I take a moment to appreciate the freshly cooked meal and let it cool down. I can do that with everything except French fries. I am really bad at not eating the French fries right away. Guilty. Once I deem it cool enough, I take my first bite. Despite its unassuming appearance, the flavors are beautifully balanced. The fish is tender and breaks apart easily. Pair that with the glaze and it practically melts in my mouth. It isn't too sweet either, as the rice absorbs any extra glaze, mellowing out the flavor. Oh, rice and sauce, really good. How comforting. I turn my head to Felix, but he's no longer sitting next to me. Also, I realize that the dish is simple, probably because it's just the game, but eat your veggies. Eat your veggies. Although I don't have it to search very hard to find him. Standing next to Velvet, Felix's bright clothes are easy to spot. I can see them speaking, but I'm not quite close enough to hear exactly what it is that they're talking about. Ooh, if only Quinn were here. Felix catches me looking over at them and turns back to Velvet, saying something that I can't make out, before he walks back over towards me, plopping back down in his seat. Well, Felix, you were right. I think this is the best grilled salmon I've ever had. It's exactly what I needed. Felix smiles and leans closer to me, lowering his voice. Right? They may not look good, but Vel is one of the most hardworking people I know. He spent a lot of time perfecting this recipe. He really wanted to make it feel like an authentic home-cooked meal from his hometown, so it took some time. From behind his stall, Velvet lifts his head up, ears swiveling in our direction. He makes a face and points toward the top of his head, clearly indicating that he can hear us. Seriously, they still heard that? Ha ha ha, tell me about it. My roommate is werefolk too, and nothing escapes their senses. How am I supposed to spill his secrets now? Velvet shakes her head in resignation before going back to work. At this point, the smell of Velvet's cooking has started attracting enough people to start forming a line. Now that they're fully set up, it's clear that Velvet's food is really quite popular. Let's go, hometown recipes! I finish up the rest of my meal with a satisfied exhale, and since Felix has already finished, it seems like we're about ready to leave. Felix stands up and looks down at me. Well, I should head back to my own stand now. You still coming? Yeah, of course. Just give me a moment to go pay Velvet first. Felix makes a face and sighs loudly. No need, they said it was their treat. I believe their exact words were, "Tell your new friend that her lunch is on the house. In exchange, let's hang out again." What? When did that happen? After I finished eating. Huh, well, alright. You don't have to hang out with him though if you don't want to. It's not like he's gonna force you. I'm not against it. In fact, I'm a little curious too. If you say so. Let's get going. As we turn to leave, I catch Velvet's eye as they're dealing with customers and I wave. His hands are busy, but he winks with a smile before getting right back to work. Together, we wander towards where Felix had set up its things. Once we arrive, Felix immediately starts to pull out his covered paintings, setting them out properly once more. Oh, he has a lot of trust being able to leave his stuff there. Looking around, Felix's stall shows a wide range of paintings in various sizes and subjects. Although, most of these are of different flowers. Whenever I find my studio getting a little too cluttered, I come here and sell some of them off at a discount. I can't imagine what your studio looks like if this is just the clutter. Haha, you don't want to know. It's a madhouse in there. So you, like flowers? Yeah, just a little bit. For some reason, Felix's voice gets quieter, different from the louder, more excited way that he usually speaks. Right, just a bit then. I find myself painting them more than anything else. He said he'd paint anything I've asked, but there's a clear bias here. Each of the paintings are beautiful in their own right, and just like the ones I'd seen yesterday, they feel full of life. Felix, these are amazing. When I look at them, it almost feels like you've captured a moment in time. Thanks. I enjoy painting flowers the most when they're in full bloom, but it's difficult. I have to try and catch them at the right time. Felix looks sad when he says this, though when he catches me staring, he smiles. It'd be amazing if more people could see these. Have you ever thought of displaying these somewhere, like in a gallery or, let's say, a cafe? No, never really had the need to, if I'm being honest. I get enough commissions as is, and the markets fill in the gaps well enough. Truthfully, I was thinking that some of these would look beautiful on display in Cafe Bloom. Would you be open to it? Why, got something in mind? Maybe. Haha, alright then. Well then, maybe I'd be open to it. Fair enough. Hold on. I should give this some more thought. I should start going back soon. I'm very curious about something. Let me save really quick. Let's load. No. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Though he technically agreed, there's a look in Felix's eyes that gives him away. I don't have too much time to think about it as Velvet approaches holding a bowl in each hand. Okay, so we're going to skip. Oh, wait, no, that was far too much. Shoot. Okay, so I was wondering if you choose a different answer, if his answer here would change. But I feel like it doesn't, so we are going to load this again and go here. I was just curious because it does give him a very different reaction, so I thought that if maybe when you asked him if he wanted to display his paintings, he would just say no. Or maybe he'd say yes, I don't know. I should start going back soon. I gotta start heading home, but thank you for letting me see your work. No problem, I'm always happy to show off. If you need me for any projects in the future, well, you have my card. Haha, right. If I need any paintings, then I'll reach out to you first. Felix grins at that, sounding genuinely interested in hearing from me. Bye, Astra. Get home safe, okay? I will. See you around. Yeah, see you. The door to my apartment shuts quietly behind me. Though I wasn't out for the full day, I can still feel an satisfying exhaustion settling into my bones. I still have a handful of hours before I have to worry about dinner. I guess I could get some chores done. Might as well keep going while I have the motivation. Quinn and I tend to keep the apartment pretty neat. Whenever one of us has the time, we try to do a little cleaning. It ends up working well, but if one of us ever does need help, we would just ask. I spend the next couple hours cleaning. It's soothing and something I actually enjoy doing, even though it's a day off. It feels good to be doing something with my time instead of relaxing. Ooh, a workaholic. What can I say? I like to be busy. The front door clicks open as I'm finishing up the last of the chores and Quinn steps into the kitchen, exhaling loudly. Home sweet home. Welcome back. Quinn sets their bags down and walks up to me. Need some help? I'm pretty much done already. Thanks, though. How was the rest of your day? Busy? Just a bit. It was a good kind of busy. You won't find me complaining about good business. I'm glad to hear it. Have you had dinner yet? I brought back some food if you're hungry. They reach down and from the bags on the floor, Quinn brings out a container of food. My stomach growls loudly in response. Perfect timing. I'd gotten so absorbed in cleaning that I didn't realize how late it'd gotten. I'll take that as a no. Here, while it's still warm. Quinn places a portion of food in front of me. It looks like a creamy mushroom soup, which just so happens to be one of my favorites. With a roommate like Quinn, are we... What do you mean I should not be going for any other route? Are you psychic? Not psychic, you're just predictable. I don't think I'm that obvious. Thanks though. Haha, you're welcome. I dig into the food that Quinn brought while the two of us alternate between eating and talking. What did you do after you left the shop? Did you make it to lunch? I did. I actually ran into Felix and he took me to a friend of his who happens to be a chef in Saints. Their food was delicious. Actually, I'll be honest, in these cases, I would have thought that Astra would have brought back a portion for Quinn. But I guess it is rough because it would have gone cold, but I always feel like when you find good food, you kind of want to like bring it for the person and then maybe you heat it up when you get home. Quinn raises an eyebrow in confusion. Felix, who's that? Oh, right. Remember how I went to the markets after work yesterday? Felix is the painter that I ran into. Ah, yes, the handsome and mysterious painter. I don't think I said all that. I might be embellishing. Quinn puts a hand to their chin and smirks subtly. I don't like that look. What are you thinking? It's nothing, just deciding if I should tease you now or later. You're right, let's go with later. I need more information. So, you ran into him again today? How was that? Good, I think. He seems like a fun guy. Fun guy. We're eating mushroom soup. No, I'm kidding. I'm hoping we can hang out more. In fact, I think you'd like him a lot. I feel like you guys might get along. Well, they do say you can never have too many friends. Who's they? Me, obviously. Right. The rest of the night continues like this. We eat, talk, and laugh until eventually it's time for both of us to turn in. The exhaustion of the day's events seeps into my bones. I feel content and I let that feeling deliver me swiftly into the land of dreams. We're still in the prologue. The bell of the cafe rings, echoing in the silence of the early morning. Today is Saints' Day, the day that the water dragon, Kaylin, was born. Now, I'm not complaining. I think it's great that this game has so much content. It's just like, I guess it's kind of like when I was playing Bustafellows. I'm like, I don't know whose route I'm on. A customer? So soon after opening? That's rare. Entering the cafe is a beautiful water nymph with long flowing hair and eyes clear as a mountain spring. Good morning. Wow, she is pretty. She looks around and between my surprised expression and the empty cafe, she appears to reconsider her entrance. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Apologies, you are open, right? Yes, we are. How can I help you? Oh, perfect. I was hoping you could help me with a special request. Depending on what it is. Sure. The woman smiles, a faint thing. Today is my friend's birthday. I want to bring them something special. They have a soft spot for anything warm. Oh, being born on Saints' Day is a good omen. At least that's what they say. It certainly is an auspicious day. As she speaks, her smile warms. So, something off the menu? Precisely. I can do that. Any preferences? Sweet. Nothing bitter, so no coffee. Okay, no coffee. At a coffee shop. The thing is, like, coffee shops do sell things other than coffee. Right, okay. Sweet, no coffee, anything else? That's all. I'll leave the rest up to you. Free reign is both a blessing and a curse. What if I make something terrible? Yep, conundrum. Biggest conundrum. Only one way to find out. Alright then, I'll get started right away, Miss... Nimue? Nemu? Alright, Miss Nemu, please take a seat anywhere you like. I'll call you when it's ready. She nods, turning away with an elegant flourish. I guess I'll start with a milk base. I recall a memory back when I had just finished school and before I met Quinn. It was the first time I'd spent my birthday alone. I remember making myself a drink, something my mother used to make to me after a long day. What was in it again? My hands rummage through our seasonings and syrups. My hands gravitate towards the cinnamon, vanilla, and honey. I think this is it. The ingredients certainly sound nice, but I still feel like it's missing one last thing. Oh right, tea! Our signature black tea jumps out at me. Similar to a lush wind fog, but sweeter and with more milk. The process to put it all together is nothing too different from anything I usually make, and so it doesn't take me much time to put it together. Miss Nemu, I finished. I hope your friend likes it. It's been some time since I made this particular drink. I'm sure they will. Nemu takes in her surroundings with a small smile. This is a beautiful place. I'd like to bring them here myself, but I'm afraid my friend can be quite stubborn. Ah, creature of habit? She nods. I can be the same way sometimes. Oh, and take this as well. I reached toward the display cabinet, carefully placing a chocolate croissant into a brown bag. That made me hungry. On the house. Are you sure? Positive. Enjoy the rest of your day, Miss Nemu, and tell your friend I say happy birthday. I think I just might. Thank you. Astra. Astra then. I'll pass your message along. With all the grace of a flowing stream, she disappears through the door of the cafe. The lights in the cafe are dim as the sun begins to set. Albion works quietly beside me, diligently cleaning a coffee temper. I sit at one of the tables, using my break to soak in the serene calm and eating a delicious scone that Albion had forcibly given me. I lift my head up from where it rests on my arms. A cloaked figure steps into the cafe and steps directly up to Albion at the bar. Welcome in. My apologies, I'm looking for someone? Someone who works here. Astra. Albion's eyes slide over to me in what I think is him asking permission to tell this stranger who I am. Despite our disagreement the other day, Albion is still looking out for me. He's giving me a choice. Do I want to talk to this stranger? I mean, I'm going to, but... Curiosity wins. I nod once, giving him the okay. Albion's brows pinch together, but he points to where I sit by the windows. She's right over there. The stranger follows the direction of Albion's finger. When our eyes meet, I see a split second of shock cross over the figure's face. Thank you. I can't think of anyone who'd be looking for me, which only makes me more curious. Hello. Their clothes are oddly ornate and formal, an outfit of gold chains, delicate details, and smooth lines. I wonder why they're so dressed up. You are Astra? The one and only. You are the only Astra in Feldoria? Oh well, probably not. It's just a figure of speech. I see. So, can I help you? How do you know my name? Yes, I suppose that would be jarring. One of my nymphs came here recently, Nimue. One of their nymphs? Nemu. Oh yes, the Naiad. I remember now. She told me that you were the one responsible for my offering. Your offering? A gift, she calls it, but an offering nonetheless. Suddenly it clicks. You must be the friend she told me about. Yes. If you're here, that must mean you liked it, right? The offering? At least I hope that you liked it. I guess you could be here to tell me how terrible it was. It was delicious. The croissant as well. I came to thank you in person. Oh, that's nice of you. The flavors were just like something I used to have many years ago. I did not think I would ever taste it again. For that, I thank you. I will remember your kindness, Astra. They came here just to thank me? Who is this person? Well, it's not on the menu, but if you come back, I'd be happy to make it for you anytime. Truly? Of course, everyone is welcome here. Even under the shadow of their hood, the smallest of smiles can be made out. A kind offer. I will consider it. They say it with a subtle reverence. Their features are soft and their eyes gleam. It's not the kind of gaze I'd normally expect from a stranger. I must go now. Thank you again. And without lingering, the stranger turns away. As they leave, I catch a whiff of lavender. Halis really does attract people from all over the country, huh? My gaze flickers over to Albion, who looks away sharply. Not that he admitted, but he was probably watching to make sure nothing happened. Break time's over. Get back over here. Coming! The next few days are uneventful. Work proceeds as smoothly as ever, though the question of what plan I should choose plagues nearly every waking moment. For the moment, I lay in the grass of Halis' largest park, staring at the sky. What should I do? Silver for your thoughts? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end soon because I can feel my voice giving out. Whoa! A low voice chuckles behind me, startlingly familiar. Propping myself up on an elbow reveals a friendly face. Hey, Astra, right? Yeah, and you're Felix. Good memory. What are you doing here? He shifts, lifting up the small easel and canvas he carries with him. Painting. What are you doing? I sigh, flopping back onto the grass dramatically, thinking. Felix hums quietly. Need someone to hear you out? Are you offering? I am, so long as you don't mind me multitasking. I can't see Felix with the way I'm splayed out, but I can hear the rustling of bags and clanking of wood as he presumably sets himself up to paint. I don't mind. Great, then I'm listening. Where to start? Well, I'm a barista at a place called Cafe Bloom. The owner wants to breathe some new life into the place. A coffee enthusiast? More than most. Interesting. Alright, go on. She laid out 3 options, each with their own perks. The problem is, she asked me to decide which of the 3 to go with. Sounds like she trusts you. Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself, but I have no clue how I'm supposed to choose. Any one of them would be good for business. They're all great. I wish I could just choose them all. Bigger isn't always better. I learned that the hard way. Exactly, that's the other problem. I really want this to work. I always give 100%, you know? At least I try to. I want to do it all, but I don't want to crash and burn either. I fall silent, letting the words hang in the air. Have you tried making your own plan? My own plan? But, Sophia, the owner only gave me 3 options. Yeah, but surely you could make your own plan. One that incorporates all 3 ideas without being unrealistic. Oh, is it that simple? I turn a suggestion over in my mind, a plan that's the best of all 3 options. Would Sophia really go for that? Only one way to find out. Huh, you might be onto something there. I suppose it's worth a shot. I stand up suddenly and dust the grass off my clothes with determination. Thanks, Felix. I really needed that. Felix grins brightly. No worries. This new idea fills me with a fresh burst of energy. The possibilities flood my mind and my hand itches to grab a pen. Unfortunately, my notebook is at home. Sorry, Felix, I have to go. Good luck at your painting. See you around, Astra. Careful on your way back. My hand raises in acknowledgement as I dash back to my apartment, unwilling to let my motivation escape before I can write down my rush of ideas. Good for you. Capitalize on that inspiration. Go for it. I practically tumble into the apartment, startling Quinn from their place at the kitchen island. Saints, you okay? Asked. Finally. Fine, I just need my notebook. I've had an epiphany. The smile that splits my face is so wide, I know I must look half crazed. Still, I can't help it. Already, Quinn is reaching for the leather-bound book, which happened to be lying nearby. Here you go. Thanks. I slip into the seat next to theirs. From there, no time is wasted in scribbling down pro-con lists and vague logistics. Whoa, you weren't kidding. Is this for Bloom? Yep, I was agonizing over which plan to go with when I ran into someone who suggested I make my own. I want to combine all 3 of Sophia's plans into one. What do you think? I pause my frantic writing to glance over at Quinn. It's very you. Is that a good thing? The best. I'm sure Sophia will accept it. I hope so. Quinn leans over abruptly, pulling me into an embrace. She will. No one can resist you when you're this passionate. They pull back and gesture at themselves. Exhibit A. Cute. I'm just following my heart. That's a bigger strength than you realize, Ass. Not everyone can do that. My eyebrows furrow at Quinn's admission, not because of what they said, but because of the look on their face when they did. I open my mouth to question them just as they exclaim suddenly, "Oh, I almost forgot, I heard some more rumors today." Heard or eavesdropped? Quinn waved her hand dismissively. I just happened to be nearby. Besides, it wasn't personal information. It was about our elusive saint. Seems they were spotted in the city again. People say that all the time, Quinn. There's a Saint Kalen sighting every few months or so, but never any proof. You're right, but the traveler in me can't help but hope. I have so many questions about dragon culture. You'd be more likely to catch a glimpse of the saints in Soleil or Valanche. Even so, I believe one day our saint will appear, hopefully in my lifetime. For your sake, I hope that's true. Albion works quietly next to me. The hiss of machines and the idle chatter of customers floats through the air gently. It's peaceful, for now. Hey Albion. About the plans for the cafe? This again, Astra, I really don't want to talk about it. Why? Because things are fine as is. I don't understand why we need to expand. We're not necessarily expanding, just making a few adjustments. And what happens when you make so many adjustments that the original is lost? There it is. I feel like I scratched the surface of Albion's hesitation. The people are the ones who make this place what it is. All Sophia and I want to do is open these doors to a wider community. At least let me tell you my idea. Fine. The hissing of the machine in front of Albion stops and he moves to grab the waiting mug. He's listening. Sophia proposed 3 options. She told me that much. Get to the point. Right, well I want to take something from each of them. His movements pause, then resume as if nothing is wrong. Great. It is great, at least I hope so. It's not some grand scheme like you think. Then what is it? It's how we all win. The changes are small, concentrated in 3 key areas. We start marketing, have a mural painted, and tweak our menu. We're not uprooting anything. Albion puts the finishing touches on the cappuccino before serving it up. As soon as it hits the countertop, he turns to me with his arms crossed. Have you told Sophia? Not yet. I wanted to gather some more opinions. He sighs heavily and his eyes shut. My stomach drops. You hate it. No, it's not terrible. Really? From Albion, not terrible actually meant good. It's the final vote of confidence that I need. The timing is perfect, since tomorrow is the day I'm supposed to have an answer for Sophia. Thank you. Yeah, are you done now? We're still on the clock. The next day, Sophia pulls me aside to ask for updates about the development plan. Astra, do you have a moment? Sophia sits at the bar facing me. The cafe is empty, outside of Sophia and myself, so her question isn't really necessary, but I answer it anyway. Of course. About what we discussed, it's time to make your choice. I want to hear what you think. My heart skips a beat. As it was before, the first option is to focus on our menu. Add seasonal treats, new items, new coffees, something to keep customers excited every time they visit. The second is to turn the cafe into more of a community space. We could host events, bring in local artists, create something alive and ever-changing. And finally, we could focus on marketing, renovations, a stronger identity, and come up with something that makes us stand out from every other cafe in the district. A bold step forward. My heart quickens. 3 choices, each carrying its own weight. I glance back at Sophia, who watches me with quiet patience. So, Astra, which vision speaks to you? Oh, I can't click it? No, why? Alright, I think I'm gonna have to stop here. I don't know why I can't pick this. That's not fair. I didn't unlock the option, I guess. Because this is a game where choices matter, so I guess I didn't unlock what was necessary in order to pick that. Or it is what will lead us into different routes, and that's as much as I can say on that matter. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me in on this Otome, cozy Otome adventure. If you're interested in playing Bloom for yourself, you can check the description box below. I do have a link to the Steam page. It is a free game, so and the full game is available to play, so you should try it out for yourselves. There are 4 routes, that's as much as I can tell you, and it'll be really fun. I think I want to try playing this game again, but I'll be honest, I have a huge backlog to get through in terms of Pokemon, Time Stranger, Hacker's Memory, Stardew, Incombini, Tiny Bookshop, and many others. So we shall see, but I will do my best to try to return to this game in the future. Very cute. Thank you again to Knight who reached out and let me know about the game. It was very cute. Art is gorgeous, and I had a good time. I do really like the dialogue, and I think there were more interesting things to choose. We just didn't have time today. Also, I didn't have enough water, which is unfortunate, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. My next stream will be Wednesday. It will be Mystria, as always. And then Friday, we will return to Tomodachi Life, the drama. Anyways, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So on my island, my personal island, normally my residents give me about like $20 each because of like I manage their happiness. But today, I found out that they are not very happy with me because they only gave me $10. Sad. I don't know what I did wrong. Why do they choose not to donate? I only use my money to like improve their island. Sad. Anyways, we shall see how much I get from our stream island on Friday. I'm thinking it's not gonna be a lot. But it's okay. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening, wherever you are. As always, remember to drink water, stretch, and take care of yourselves. I'm Ria, a reader who loves the rain. I stream 4 times a week, Sunday mornings, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. Schedule is in the community tab. I also make my waiting rooms kind of like a day in advance. I try so that you know exactly when I'll be streaming, so YouTube can do all the time conversion for us. If you like games like Pokemon, cozy games, Otome games, Digimon, you should definitely subscribe. And that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in the next stream. Until next time, there it is. Subscribe.